Alright, yo guys, what's going on? It's Ruth. We're back for another video. So today we're at the skate park. It is a bit wet. Basically, it's been like freezing for the past couple of days, and because the ground is dry, but because it was below freezing last night, it's like condensated around. They're a bit icy. So the ledge at the moment is the only thing that's dry. So we might ride that for a bit, wait for everything else to dry, get a few clips, little video, start the year off. We just don't have a plan. Half's not actually that bad, but there's just no fly out space, so we'll have to wait a little bit for that. This might end up being a 2-minute video because if it's not dry in like an hour, I'll probably head home. But yeah, May. Let's get some clips. Cool. Yes!
Wait. I mean, it worked.
Ah, that was really close.
Oh shit, oh shit.
Okay, so basically it's not really dried much, but we've come to the conclusion that riding bowl might be safe because basically the bank and like you roll away is dry. The bit that's wet is here, but I just rode it and you can see the line from my wheel finishes there. So the consensus is if we're careful we might be able to ride the bowl into the bank. So I found like a tiny little tripod thing. I don't even know where it's come from, but it fits on my GoPro. So I might set my GoPro up like on the side. It might not work. If it's a horrible angle, I'll take it off. But I might just set it up and we can get some clips. So yeah.
No.
Right. I have no idea what that angle is like, but I'm just going to film a clip and see what it looks like. Okay, we're on the helmet. I apologise, I know I said I have it sorted for New Year, but I'm going to be honest, I completely forgot. I had to move my helmet mount, so it's probably still a little bit off and needs to be moved further down. But we're going to get a few helmet mount clips. If the rest dries, we'll get some other clips. If it doesn't, I'll probably head home. Bro, did you see the delay? That was actually so nice.
Jesus.
That was the most disgusting kicky whip I've ever done in my life. Wow. Rewind or rewind kicky? Which one should I do first?
Rewind kicky.
I need to add a whip to that again. Right, I'm going to call it a day on the clips there because half isn't really drying. It's still kind of risky riding the bowl because you kind of do slip and you kind of don't, and I'd rather not like push myself and die. So I'm just going to chill here for a bit, head home, and then I asked for a few questions on my Instagram for a Q&A, and I didn't get very many, which wouldn't have made a full video. But what I'll do is I'll go home and answer some because this is like half a video. So yeah, see you at home. Okay, yo guys, so what you would have just seen was Saturday's filming, and I did say to fill out the video I was going to do a Q&A, which I am not going to lie, I completely forgot about. It is now Tuesday. It was supposed to be dry all day. I came to the skate park to film another video, and it's just snowed / rained, and the whole skate park is soaked. So I was going to hang around and wait for it to dry, but I've just been and looked, and it is like soaking. It's not just damp. So I've decided while I'm waiting, I'm gonna answer the few questions that I got, and then this video should have gone up on Saturday. It should go out tonight or tomorrow night. Okay, so we are gonna go onto Insta first. No, we're not, because I screenshotted them. I didn't get many questions, so I'm just gonna answer the few I get, and it wasn't a long video anyway, so it's just going to make a video. Luke Johnson, I'm also going to put the things on the screen. Luke Johnson has said, what is my dream air trick? I always say this with dream tricks. Are we going realistic dream trick or unrealistic dream trick? Because, I mean, there's so many things that I would want to do air that I know is probably never going to happen. At the moment, an air trick that I've wanted to do for years, that I haven't got around to doing, that I've got close to, that I need to do, is kicky air. That was always a dream trick of mine from like being younger. Now I'd probably say like a flare or something as like a unrealistic one. It might happen, it might not, probably leaning on the not, but I'll go with kicky as a realistic and flare as an unrealistic. Jacob is scootering, says, how many videos have I made? I have no idea. If you don't know, I started YouTube when I first started riding, which was when I was 13. I used to post little shorts and stuff. It's really bad. It's quite embarrassing. But yeah, so I've been posting on YouTube for like 8-9 years. So I have no idea. On this channel, I don't know, I maybe got like 100 to 200 videos, but including my other channel, I've got loads. I can't count them. I did post a video on my TikTok asking for questions as well. So we have 16 comments. A lot of them are from Jacob, so we'll just go through all of his. What's your best and most fun trick? My best trick at the moment is either bar kicky, bar heel rewind, rewind heel kicky, something along the lines of that. But most fun trick, I love a heel finger rewind. Everyone knows this. They're like beautiful, especially if you can do them nice. They look so sick. What are your favourite scooting equipment, like shoes and pads? So I ride 187 Killer Pad Pros. I actually really like these because usually you wreck knee pads and then you have to buy new ones. But with these ones, you can just replace the shells. So they're like 20 quid for the recaps. But literally, when I'm done with them, or like when they've gone through, I take them off, replace them. And then it's like not having to spend 40 quid every couple of months on new pads. Shoes, Air Force Ones, obviously. Everyone rides Air Force Ones. I used to ride in Vans, so much heel bruise. Now I have Air Force Ones with 2 sets of insoles. One is an insole that I've had for years because my feet are weird, and another is a shock absorbing insole so I don't get heel bruise. But yeah, Air Force Ones, 7 Killer Pro pads. Helmet, I've got a Harsh helmet. They're really good. They're actually cheaper than most helmets, and I've been riding Harsh helmets since like 2017, 2018, and I love them. They do make my head look massive, but we live with it. Another one for Jacob. What parts are you riding and are going to ride in the future? Oh, I am not going to disclose the parts in the future because I have a package coming either end of this week, start of next week, with some parts in, and then I'm also waiting for something else that you can probably guess to be released in the UK. Complete my setup for this year. Usually I do a setup video which goes out just before Christmas. Because of package hasn't come and because of the other thing hasn't been released, it's delayed, but I promise you this is going to be the nicest scooter I've ever had. But in terms of now, I have the Fast and Jet wheels. I have a Fusion Z300, which I actually spray painted. It's actually a purple deck, you can see, but I painted it. I have a Blazer Pro headset. I have a 1990 clamp. I have Entity Seraph tie bars and Fusion hex grips. I did have Oath grips on. Fortunately, I ripped them. I did quite like the Oath grips, but they literally lasted me a couple of months and I've ripped through them, so yeah. How many parts have you broken? Now, this is a fun fact. I've actually never broken parts, but I very rarely break parts. So I snapped a pair of tie bars, not last year before. They've cracked decks and like road decks to the point where they are about to snap, but I've never actually like fully snapped a deck, I don't think. And like grips I've gone through, wheels I've dehubbed, stuff like that, but in terms of decks and bars, I've only ever snapped one pair of tie bars, and I've never fully snapped a deck. Who is your favourite scootering friend? That's from Jack, and my favourite scootering friend, everybody knows, is Jamie from Weymouth. I saw her last year more than any other year, and I think we're meeting up when she is sort of back riding. If you didn't know, she's got an elbow issue, but when she's back riding, she's planned to come here a lot. We're gonna hang out, chill, film videos, whatever, vibe. You know how it is. I love Jamie. I miss Jamie. I wish we lived closer together. Question from James Bishop. It says, what's your dream sponsor? Now this is actually an interesting question, because I would have said 10 out of 10 times any day of the week, Fusion. But if you don't already know, Fusion has now gone bust, or however, I don't know what they say in America, but Fusion doesn't exist anymore, or at least at the moment. I don't know if they're sorting things out, but they don't exist anymore. So unfortunately, I cannot say Fusion is my dream sponsor, and I honestly don't know. Lucky have a sick team at the moment, but I've never rode their parts, so I don't know if I'd want to represent them until I've rode their parts. Apex, obviously everyone wants to ride Apex, but again, I've only ever rode one Apex deck, which I did like. But so yeah, I actually don't know. I mean, a shop sponsor would always be good, like a Dog Scooters or Scooter Works or one of the big shops would be cool, but I genuinely don't know what a dream sponsor would be anymore. I'm kind of past the point of chasing a sponsor. Not that I ever did, but that's not my main focus anymore. Like, I ride because I enjoy it, and if a sponsor comes my way, I'm not gonna look for one. How many indoors have you been to? That's also from Jack. I have been to Adrenaline Alley, Ramp World, Asylum, Onboard, Prevail. I've definitely been to more than 5. Surely. Maybe it's 5. I feel like I've been, Rush and ATB, so 7 indoor parks. I might have been to more, but I honestly can't remember. How do you do bri flips? Well, I am probably the wrong person to be asking, because I cannot bri to save my life. But you want to get a decent amount of height on the quarter. Try and hit the coping if you can, because that'll help you pop. As you kind of go up the quarter, bend your knees, and then as you reach like a good point, you want to pop off the quarter, flick it with your feet, pull it round, and then just spot it coming round. But as everyone knows, I hate bri flips, so I'm probably the wrong person to be asking. My best fly out trick is a triple whip flat, double whip. My best fly out trick is triple whip, flat double whip, and air bri. I don't know what tricks to learn. Well, I'd go with maybe a rewind. I don't know if you've done those. Rewinds, maybe a bar whip, a whip bar, a bar, a bar twist trick, an untwist trick, a kickless maybe. All those are kind of beginner tricks. I'm going to do more this year in way of like how-tos and what tricks people should learn. Last year I did film a top 5 beginner tricks, so I think those kind of videos, even though they don't do amazingly well, are very helpful for anyone that is learning, because it kind of gives you a step. So the beginner tricks I did were a whip, a heel whip, a bar, a 360 and a grind. So my next video I could do a double whip, a kickless, a finger whip, and keep building it up. So if that's kind of content you want to see, let me know. As much as I want to make videos that I enjoy filming, I want to film videos that are going to help you guys help progress and get better at scootering. So I think that's all the questions. Thank you for watching the video. This is such a mess. I'm going to go home now because it is freezing cold and the skate park is definitely not going to dry. So in terms of next week's video, it might be delayed, and this week's video is already like 3 days late. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.